But then, I mean, everybody knows about the Mandela effect, doesn't they? But I mean, the thing is, right, I can't understand anyone who says they thought Mandela died in prison. How could he die in prison when he was president? He was the president of South Africa. So it comes down to people being uneducated or just not remembering things that aren't important to them.
Boo Foons, mystery investigators.
Off the case.
Welcome to Boo Foons Off the Case. I'm Dan,
I'm Steve.
and we're getting confused over memories.
Oh, I get confused over memories because I don't really have any these days. I kind of forget what we did last week. You could convince me anything. I wouldn't. Yeah, okay, I did that. Yeah. I always wonder if I was arrested and they said, "What did you do on the 15th of December 2012?" So I don't know. What did you do like last Tuesday? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I really struggle, not so much with remembering what I've done, but more when it happened. So for me, things that I did 10 years ago literally feels like I did it last week. And things that I did last week sometimes feel like it was like a year ago. And that's when I get confused, is when people like, oh yeah, they tell a story and you then have a relatable story. And they go, well, when were you there? And I then go, and then they then start questioning whether I'm actually telling the truth or not. It's like somebody asked me how old I was the other day, and I actually had to sit and work it out. And they're like, how do you not know how old you are? I'm like, because it's not a thing that I just need to know on a regular basis. And I was actually, and they were genuinely confused how I didn't know my own age.
Well, I only work mine out by seeing what year it is. Then, yeah, knowing roughly what decade I'm in, then just seeing what year it is, and then taking away one.
Yeah.
So I roughly know I'm in my 50s.
But yeah, there are weird things that seem to be a thing that everybody knows as common memory, and things that I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, well, I mean, you see that when we have guests on this podcast, we start talking about something. You ask a question or mention something from a previous episode. It's like, yeah, what? We were just talking about the off the case the other week. It's like, well, you told me what was on it. It's like, did I? Somebody sent us a message about it, and it's like I had not a clue what that was referring to. It's just like,
Oh, have you ever had a false memory of something? Like you have remembered something so perfectly, but then everyone else said to you, no, that's not what happened. It was this.
is that a question to me?
That's a question to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't sure
Uh,
you were looking at that. I thought somebody else was around.
And well, if the listeners want to put it on social media and or the comments of this episode, then they can go ahead. But I'm asking you, Steve.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's one of those. I mean, obviously, we're talking about just the no. No, like I say, I barely try to bring anything up, and I will automatically always admit I'm wrong because I probably usually am wrong. And I've never. I only act like I'm right, but I'm not, honestly. But I'm looking through what we were talking about earlier. My favourite one, the one I agree with,
The Mandela
was
Effect.
which everybody saw and everybody knows is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall from Snow White. And of course, it's not Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Never
Magic
has been.
mirror on the wall.
But there's been 1,000 different retellings of Snow White. Pantomimes when you're a kid. Went to so many pantomimes when I was a kid, which I hated.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
It's behind you.
Where?
With a garrote. Karen with yeah, and guaranteed it'll probably be one of those pantos that somebody would have said, mirror, mirror on the wall. Or even like in the Looney Tunes cartoon. And that's another one, Looney Tunes. Everyone talks about, isn't it?
Yeah, the spelling.
Because, people think it's Looney Tunes, but it's always been Looney Tunes as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's weird. Very odd. I know there was Tiny Toons, wasn't there? Maybe people
There
were
were.
confused with Tiny Toons, which were the Tiny Looney Tunes.
You see, that's the bit of the Mandela effects that I quite like, is trying to figure out why people actually think this. Because yes, there are people out there that will go, it's because the timeline has shifted and the parallel universe and the Hadron Collider caused a dimensional glitch, and we're now living in an alternative timeline or an alternative parallel universe. And I know
People
some,
seriously think that, don't they? They actually,
yeah,
because everybody is saying it's when they first turned on the Hadron Collider is when people started to experience Mandela Effect. More like it's when the internet picked up and people started browsing and finding things they thought were real aren't,
yeah,
just because of memories when they were a child.
yeah.
How about you? Have you ever been convinced you knew something and you didn't?
So I used to have a really, really bad personality trait, which,
No.
yeah,
When are you going to
among
get rid
many
of
of the
it?
others.
Yeah.
To be fair, this is one that I have got over, and I think it's more of a maturity thing. Where I remember as a teenager, I was really bad at this as a teenager. I was always adamant that I know this thing and I know it for a fact. To the point where I remember when I started going to the pub and that I would be that person that was like, no, I definitely know it was this, and would sit there having doing that thing that people don't do very often. I was actually having a conversation, a debate with people, and I'm like, and I'd be that person that would go, no, no, I know it. I know that I know this. This is the exact thing. And yeah, I will admit, I think where that has now turned into is because I will just listen. I tend to now take more of a listening role of listening to what people have got to say, whether they're right or wrong. Um, Not from my opinion of right or wrong, but whether they are factually correct or factually wrong or morally correct or morally wrong, whatever. Um, insert that African clip of if corruption is bad, but if I am part of that corruption, I will defend it.
Oh no, was it corruption's bad when I'm not part of
That's
it? Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to do your African accent
Yeah.
because I think you covered that so clearly. You know, that was, but you're right about the listening thing. We were doing that. We were doing the collaboration the other day, late
Yeah.
night phone in podcast live stream, and you kept quiet all the times I wouldn't shut up. It was great. It's just I couldn't even see you signaling to me to stop talking, which would have been, which probably would have helped me keep my job. Well, you're very good now at listening to people spouting nonsense, because that's
Yeah.
certainly what I do all the damn time.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, now obviously now, like you said, the internet, we have the internet in our pocket now. So it is a case of I have been in conversations where people have gone, well, no, I know it was this. Well, I know it was that. And then somebody has then got out their phone and Googled it and gone, well, actually, it was this.
Yeah.
So, like you were saying, that is probably the advent of the internet and people suddenly being able to check things quickly instead of having to wait until they can go to the library to pick up an encyclopedia to
Yep.
go through the encyclopedia. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you just asked if there's anything I remember that was wrong, and I
Yeah.
was convinced it was right. Right, okay. That all stops after you've been married for about 30 years because you learn to always admit you're wrong. That's how you stay married for 30 years. My dad gave me that advice. How do you stay married for so long, Dad? I said, and he just said, you just say two magic words, and it's yes, dear. That's all you need to do.
Funny enough, the adaptation that I was taught it was by my A-level physics tutor, Mr. Baker, who's sadly no longer with us. And he once said to us, he went, lads, you're all getting to the point where you're going to be getting serious girlfriends soon, and some of them are probably going to end up being your wives. You all need to bear in mind one word, and it's a word called compromise. If your wife wants pink curtains and you want blue curtains, you compromise and get the pink curtains. If your wife wants to go out to the restaurant for their evening and you want to go to the pub in the evening, you compromise, you go to the restaurant.
Yep, that's it. That's great. Hey, but you know what? It's all worthwhile in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it is like I do remember there were certain things that I'd go, yeah, no. But yeah, I've got much better now. And I think with, like you said, the internet is definitely a thing. It's not timeline shifts or quantum jumping. No. However, I have got up here the actual psychology behind it, if you're interested.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll just forget if you tell me. Actually, won't, because it'll be on the podcast. I'll be able to listen to it and learn it every time I listen to it. That was interesting. I learned something new today, I'll say.
That is one of my favourite bits about a Wednesday or a Saturday evening. Is I will get messages from you going, that was really interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, I actually learned something.
Like I'll be sitting there at home and I'll get a message that comes through going, those Thunderbirds, I had never considered that they were a pterodactyl. And it's like, but Steve, that was the thing that you said in the podcast. You're like, yeah, I know, but I'd forgotten it until I reheard myself saying it.
Yeah, I sometimes find the podcast very interesting. I learn a lot by listening to it. I learn nothing by being in it, but by listening to it is where I learn everything. Oh God! Should we actually discuss more examples before we go into the psychology? Because some of these examples are completely insane. Actually, the one example I see here, which I do remember, and I did scratch my head over, and that's the Berenstain Bears, because I did have a Berenstain Bears book, and I was convinced it was Berenstain or Stein, but it's not, is it? It's Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember it being that. I mean, I'm completely, even now, I doubt it, but it's obviously true.
You see, the one that always throws me up, and obviously most of them and most of the people that talk about it online tend to be American. So there is the American one, is the thing about Curious George. Now, my introduction to Curious George was the movie that had Dick Van Dyke in it, where they went off into the jungle to go and find something for the museum. And Curious George definitely did not have a tail. And then looking at this Mandela effect of everyone going, yeah, Curious George definitely has a tail. I'm like, no, he doesn't. I've seen
he's a chimp, isn't he? He's a chimp, so he doesn't have a tail. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I've watched the movie. I've seen clips of the children's cartoon because I thought my youngest cousin used to love the Curious George TV show. He definitely doesn't have a tail. So how can anyone think it? And that's when I then learned that in America, there were books before the whole movie. The movies were all based on books that they all grew up with as children.
Well, and he had a tail in the books?
No, I think it's a case of because they read the books as a child and
they imagined it.
They then go, monkey has a tail, therefore I remember these drawings of Curious George as a kid had a tail. Or if they drew Curious George, they probably drew him with a tail. They've remembered it. But yeah,
kids are so thick, aren't they? He's a chimp. Chimps don't have tails. They got little stumps, which just so they can cover their little. No, I'm not going to say what they use their stumps for. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a chimp. Why would he have a tail?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. People, I mean, just logic would say he doesn't have a tail. So they're just idiots, honestly. How about Kit Kat with a hyphen between the kit and the cat?
Yeah, you see, I saw this one the other day and I was like, yep, it definitely had a hyphen. And then I was in the shop and looked at the Kit Kats and went, hang on a minute, they don't. And then I started going, maybe the Mandela effect is real. And then I Googled it and went, oh, it's never had a hyphen. Oh.
Yeah. I love the True or false? The comedian Sinbad plays a genie in the 90s movie called Shazam. Sinbad. Do you ever remember Sinbad?
No.
Okay, well, he's a big bald black actor,
Oh,
comedian,
okay.
very funny back in the day, and people remember him being in a film called Shazam. And I've heard it's like no. There was a film called Kazam which had had Shaq in it, and Shaq, just because you got two big bald black men doesn't mean they're both the same person. Very different, very different. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, the one that stuck in my mind for a very long time was Pikachu's tail. People thought that he had a black tipped tail, as opposed to the black bit on his tail being towards his bum.
Okay, I'm just trying to think. Right. I can't even think of Pikachu. Yellow
mouse thing, red cheeks, yellow thunderbolt tail.
Yeah, I can't think how the tail is. But no, it's kind of, you always expect the tip to be a different colour, don't you?
Yeah, but it's not. The bit near his bum is brown, and there is no black tip. And I could distinctly remember, yes, Pikachu definitely had a black bit on the end of his tail. To the point when I last went to my parents, I went up into their loft to see what of my old toys are remaining. And I found two cuddly toy Pikachus. One was an officially branded Nintendo Pikachu, and these were both from the 90s. And it looks like how Pikachu looks, how we actually know him, with the brown bit at the base of the tail. And then I then found the worst counterfeit Pikachu that I must have got from a claw machine or something, which was just like a yellow ball with the red cheeks, those eyes that all 80s and 90s claw machine teddies seem to have. And then at the end of his tail, it was a black tail at the end. So my memory is confusing the actual branded Pikachu
with
plushie
some knockoff.
With the knockoff.
Right, here you go. Here's some for you, because I got some of these wrong. So I'll tell you the ones I got wrong and see what you think.
Oh, is this a quiz?
Yeah. So, okay.
Oh, does that mean? Does that mean?
You can do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, play it. Play the tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the magnificent, the marvelous, the mind-bogglingly mediocre Boo Foons game show! Tonight we have one contestant, just one, because that's all we could convince to show up. Give a warm, supportive groan for the ever-suffering Steve! And steering this glitter-encrusted disaster with the confidence of a man who absolutely believes this is a legitimate game show, your host, the incomparable, the unstoppable, the chaos conductor himself, Dan!
Yeah.
Here you go. It's a Mandela Effect quiz for you, Dan. We've done some of them, so I'm going to skip past those ones. Right. How about Anne Rice novel that was turned into a film with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt? Hang on, I just said it wasn't a film one, but this is a straightaway. No, this is a novel. This isn't a film, but it was turned into a film. Was it Interview with a Vampire or Interview with the Vampire?
A Vampire.
Nope, it was The Vampire.
Oh.
I know, I got that one wrong as well. Interview with the Vampire. Right. Next one. Do you know Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? He's got a famous song. We never really saw it over here, but we've heard the song the theme tune.
I don't know the theme tune. All I know is that Mr. Rogers is an old man in a cardigan that spoke to kids in America.
Yeah. So they came into his house, saw his puppy, saw his sweets, never seen them again. That's the one.
Yeah.
So the lyrics of the song basically is, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, or it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, or it's a beautiful day in my neighborhood, or if it's a beautiful day in our neighborhood. Now, I was convinced.
Right. Now, knowing what Mr. Rogers was supposed to be about, I would guess It's our neighborhood. Would make sense.
But no, it was this neighborhood. I thought
Okay.
it was in the neighborhood because it's a little catchy tune. But no, I got that one wrong as well. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, right, here we go. The name of the HBO show that had Kim Cattrall, Sarah Jessica Parker, was it Sex and the City or Sex in the City?
Oh, I want to say In the City.
I wanted to say that too, but it's actually And the City. I got that one
Okay.
wrong as well. Yeah. Right, Bruce Springsteen. The boss's real name is Bruce Springsteen, spelt BruceSpringstein. True or false?
Hang on, let me type that out.
Don't look. Don't.
No, I'm not.
Just
I'm
Bruce-
not cheating. All right,
Steve.
if you want to do what I'm about to do, I'm literally typing it in our chat. Spell it out
Okay,
again. So
okay.
Bruce.
I'll put it in Springsteen. So BruceSpringstein.
Yeah. Yeah. EIN.
Yep.
That's how I would spell it.
Okay, but that's not how he spells it.
Okay.
The correct spelling is Bruce, and Springsteen spelled Springsteen.
That looks wrong.
It does look wrong, but it is right.
Yeah.
I got that one wrong as well. Okay, we know the Fruit Loop one. So Fruit Loops, as in fruit, Fruit, loops, Loops, or is it fruit with FROOT, loops, LOOPS?
My Britishness wants me to spell fruit correctly, but I know that it's American, so they've probably spelled it incorrectly.
Yeah, they had to call it fruit without the UIT because it isn't actually fruit.
Right. But the hilarious thing is, if you had said that about a British cereal, I would have been like, no, they didn't make a cereal with fake fruit. But with it being America, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Yep, they did.
Yes, it's just colours, cereal and sugar. That's literally it. There's no fruit, but so they couldn't call it fruit with a UIT. Yeah.
Oh.
Febreze air fresheners. We'll go and do a lot of advertising here without any sponsorship. Is it spelled FEBREEZE or FEBREZE?
I think neither, because what I've typed in the chat of what I think it would be spelled like, I've spelled it as FABREZE.
No, you're well wrong. It's Febreze. So it's one of those two. Is it FEBREEZE or FEBREZE?
I want to say EZE purely because that's how I would have spelt it with my incorrect spelling altogether.
So you wouldn't spell it for breeze because that's what for breeze. It's Febreze.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Febreze. Funny enough, it's not Febreze. Yeah, so FRBREZE. Yeah, again, I thought it was the other way around. Right, and the Volkswagen logo, the VW in the circle. You know which one we're talking about?
Yeah.
On the front of all the Volkswagen cars?
Yeah.
Is the VW?
Yeah.
Is it all connected like a VW? Because it's the V above, it's a circle with the V above a W, yeah?
Yeah.
So
it is connected,
is it,
yeah.
Is it connected so you could basically draw it with straight lines without
the bottom V, the bottom of the V where the two straight lines from the V joins to the middle of the W.
Yeah, no, they don't. There is actually a gap between them. They're separated. I know. There is a separation between the V and the W.
I've Googled it. Yeah, you're right.
I know I'm right. I'm not lying to you.
Well, I know you're right. I know you've got the right answer. But that's one where I've gone, no, I've literally had to Google that to be like, yeah.
Absolutely convinced. I know. No, there is a line separating the V and the W. Okay, we know the Monopoly one. So
does he have a monocle or not?
Monocle.
He does not.
Does the Pringles man have a monocle? Is this where we got it from? This is
well, I think because I will admit, one of my nerdy obsessions growing up was playing Monopoly, to the point where my family stopped playing Monopoly with me because
Because you
I
just cheat.
started. Well, I analysed the board and I started making very clever purchases and trades. Now, this is how bad it's got. I saw what's that bloke that does all the money stuff? What's his name?
Um,
The
Donald Trump,
people. No, people go
Elon
absolutely.
Musk.
All he's got to say is something like, I don't know, if you don't pull
Oh
up,
yes,
if you sit on the bed in the morning to put on your socks, you will save 3 pence somehow because
yeah.
you won't go through as many socks. And everyone goes, "Oh my God, that's genius!"
Oh,
Martin
what is his name?
Lewis, that's his name.
Martin Lewis. Do you know he
Yeah,
was in the Epstein files as well?
doesn't surprise me. Was it about money?
His
He
name.
was a
I don't know.
financier as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but he
True or
was
false?
on.
Was Martin Lewis in the Epstein files?
um, but he was on, I think it was the One Show,
Yeah.
talking about the fact that he has this monopoly strategy that wins every single time. And I actually went onto Google to find out what his full strategy is, which he's detailed. And I now want to have a game of Monopoly with Martin Lewis because I'm convinced my strategy, which is slightly different to his, will beat him.
You want a challenge into a game of Monopoly?
Yeah, so Martin Lewis, if you're listening, let's play a game of Monopoly. But yeah, I've got loads of
Full
different
contact
versions.
Monopoly. Yeah.
I've
So,
got
but
loads of
basically,
different versions of Monopoly.
but basically, what we're saying is the Monopoly man does not have a monocle, even though
No.
everybody is convinced he has a monocle because he's rich.
Yeah, I think that is the thing. Do you think it's because of like that assumption of what he's wearing? People immediately think
Yeah, I think so.
aristocracy and a monocle.
Yeah, but guaranteed, probably there was a cartoon somewhere one day that someone drew. And it was probably an episode of The Simpsons or something. They did a parody,
Yeah.
and to avoid any kind of legal nonsense, they just stuck a monocle on him. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one for you. The Volvo logo that's on the front of every Volvo car.
Yeah.
Is it a circle with the word Volvo written on a blue strip, or is it a symbol with a circle? Sorry, a circle symbol with something extra on it, with a blue line with the word Volvo written on it.
It's just the name, isn't it?
No, I'll give you a clue. It has got a circle of some kind on it. It's either a circle or it's a circle with a symbol.
I don't
So
think
the
it's got a
Volvo
symbol.
logo.
I think it's
Okay.
just a
So just a
plain
circle.
circle with a bit of colour and Volvo.
Okay. No, it's actually a symbol. It's actually got the symbol for male, the male gender. So it has
Oh, yeah.
and I only know that because I drive a Volvo. But the reason why that logo is there, the symbol isn't, and we'll stick this on the website. It isn't actually originally the symbol for male gender. It is the ancient chemistry symbol for iron.
Oh.
So it just happens that it became the universal symbol for the male gender afterwards, but it was actually the symbol for iron.
My favourite car symbol history is the BMW logo because, the blue and white is supposed to be a propeller spinning round really fast. And when you
Which
look
one?
back,
Sorry, what was that? Which one?
BMW,
BMW.
BMW, where it's
Yeah.
got the quadrants and it's got the two
Yeah.
blue quadrants and two white, it's a propeller spinning round. That's what
On the
it is.
Messerschmitt, probably.
And when you go back through history, ignore the ones in history that happened around 1939 to 1945. Ignore those ones. But
Well, that's when they were at their best.
if you ignore that one, all the earlier ones that they've done all link to aircraft, and then that's why it then was the propellery thing.
Yeah, because didn't they did the engines for a lot of the German fighters?
They did, but we all know a Rolls-Royce engine is better.
Oh God, of course, but that's now German, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's one for you. This is one of my favorites, and it's the Flintstones. Is the Flintstones, are they spelt FLINTSTONES or FLINSTONES?
What was that second spelling? FL.
FLINSTONES. So one is
So
Flintstones, and the other one
yeah,
is Flintstones.
Flintstones. It's got to be Flint Stones.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Is it not? Is it the Flintstones then?
No, it was the Flintstones. But some people seriously think it doesn't have a T in it, a second T. But yeah, I mean, I've always seen it as Flintstones.
Yeah.
But a lot of people actually were convinced it's Flintstones.
You
There's
see,
only one T in.
that doesn't make sense to me because it's Flint, as in the rock,
Yeah,
Flint, and
that's
then
because
stone.
we're educated.
Yeah.
We know that Flint is a stone.
Well, I've got a British one here for you, Steve.
Okay,
It's
go
actually
on then.
Scottish, to be exact. Tunnock's tea cakes.
Oh, I like tea cakes.
Are they golden red or silver and red?
Silver and red.
Yeah, they are silver and red.
Do you know why? Because I ate a box of them 2 days ago. The package the box itself is yellow and red, but the actual paper they're wrapped in is silver and red. So I can see why people might get them mixed up. But if it's food, I'm going to get that right. Look at the size of me. Look at the size of me. I'm not going to get that wrong.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. The color of the old £1 note. Was it blue or green?
I always thought it was green. I thought the blue was a £5 note.
Yeah, it was green, but some people seem to think it was blue.
They're the rich people who only had £5 notes. They didn't have £1 notes. I'm old enough. A lot of people wouldn't have even known what a £1 note was.
Yeah. There's an interesting one here that I am calling absolute BS on people getting this one right. The London Underground Roundel. Apparently, some people seem to think that the bar is black.
On what? Sorry, on the
Underground Roundel.
Roundel?
You know, that says like Baker Street or Pimlico or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the round. People seem to think that the roundel was so. The red circle
it's blue,
with
isn't
a
it?
black bar through it. Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah, it's a blue bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are idiots.
And then the one that
just assault everybody who thinks it. They're idiots.
Well, the one here that I can understand why people get it wrong is which way the Queen faced on the stamps.
Yeah.
Because that does change with each monarch.
Yeah, I guess.
So she faced left, but now we're on the next monarch. Charles faces right, which means William will face left,
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for you. This is one I can't understand. It's probably one your brother would love. Mr. Blobby color confusion.
I like Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, some people think he was a really dark pink. I think it's because their TV channel was broken, or he had blue spots, or had a really deep voice.
Yeah, you see, I've seen one where people seem to think that his spots were white.
Yeah, no, the yellow spots, aren't they, on a big body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, interesting story. As a kid, I was obsessed with Mr. Blobby to the point where I had a cushion with...
You cosplayed him every day.
All I need is the yellow spots, and I look like Mr. Blobby. But yeah, I had like a cushion. I had like a backpack. I had lots of Mr. Blobby stuff. My parents once took me to a Noel Edmonds event where Mr. Blobby appeared, and apparently the moment Mr. Blobby walked towards me, I ran away crying and screaming. So little me was obsessed with watching him on the telly. As soon as I saw him in real life, nope.
You were gone. It's funny because I would have run away when I saw Noel Edmonds. I mean, that would have got me out of the room.
Only Fools and Horses, Lovely Jubbly. People remember Del Boy saying in every single episode, and he actually only said it in a handful of episodes.
Yeah, it wasn't a very common one, but it was just such a catchy phrase, though.
Yeah, so the psychology around it is memory. How memory actually works is it's reconstructive rather than photographic. So we actually rebuild our memories each time we recall them, which always introduces a slight error. So therefore, if you've got any gaps, your brain automatically fills those gaps in with assumptions made, cultural cues, and similar thoughts and memories that you've got. So, for example, if like the whole police example of police giving a statement, it might be that you've walked down the street 4 times in the week and you can distinctly remember seeing the person leaving the shop that was robbing, getting into a red car and driving off. And in actual fact, and this is why the police, when they take statements, they take them from as many people as possible, and then they actually take the common bits. They don't actually take it, because what you've probably remembered the fact that you saw the person from robbed the shop, running out and getting into a car and driving off. But actually, a week beforehand, you were walking down that same street, somebody got out of the shop, got into a red car and drove off, and there was nothing. So actually, your memory has fused those 2 thoughts together of, yes, it was definitely that red car, but it wasn't. So that's part of it. That's also why in education, you've got things like the Vygotsky spiral, where you just keep building on and you go back to the retrieval, you pull the memory out, and then you then remind them of the actual thing before you then teach the new stuff, because there could be errors there. It's also social reinforcement. So if other people share the same false memory as yourself, it strengthens your confidence and belief in that incorrect version. So like you said earlier, magic mirror on the wall, people in Panto, people have remembered that distinctly. So Snow White said, the witch goes up to the mirror and goes, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," and everybody knows that it's mirror, mirror on the wall, but actually the source material, it was magic mirror. But because everyone around you has gone, no, it's mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, you go, cool, excellent, it is that, I know it now. So it makes the false memory feel more real. That's also a thing that, like, Darren Brown talks about, is the more you reinforce something, the more somebody, thinks about it or believes it. And your brain always uses mental shortcuts, or schemas, as they're called, to predict what something should look like. So, for example, the Monopoly man, posh, old-timey rich men did have monocles, or should have a monocle, because that's what they should look like. So therefore, the Monopoly man did have a monocle. Yeah, so basically the psychology behind it is your brain is just a load of tissue and water and electrical signals, and sometimes gets things wrong. And the more that's being reinforced, the more it fills in the blank gaps.
It makes perfect sense, but I'm never wrong. So that's wrong. But doesn't explain why people think that they heard Pingu swearing on TV and they're convinced. They heard Pingu swearing. Yep. And apparently somebody says they I'm just looking at here, other ones people reported, memories are actually convinced that Postman Pat once said, "Oh shit." As if Postman Pat would ever say that. He's the least likely person to ever say anything like that. Apparently he's so polite he even apologized to a fence post once. He's not going to say, "Oh shit." There's so many of them. It's like people's thinking that they heard Fireman Sam shouted, "Move, you idiot." when he's trying to get his truck out of a Tesco's traffic car park. And so here's another one I like. This is people were absolutely convinced. They kept asking about it. Where can they find the Magic School Bus sex education episode? It never was.
I know this one.
This was a comedy sketch, isn't it?
No, it is actually a memory of a real episode. So in one episode, they look at, I think it's salmon and the breeding of salmon. And for some bizarre reason, she shrinks them down to look like caviar and so fish eggs, and then a male salmon comes over the top of them and squirts white stuff everywhere. Because of course they had that. So that was that's the actual episode of Magic School Bus that did genuinely happen. Was, yes, there was a fish doing it. but people have thought about that. And then there was the other episode where one of the boys was sick. So for some reason, she decides, you know
Pink
what?
eye.
Let's
Pink eye
go.
from all the sandwiches.
Let's shrink and go into this kid's body with all of his mates in the bus
Without...
to go and look at the diseases that are infecting him. So people have actually combined those two stories of going into the sick friend and the fish episode, and they've combined it together to be convinced that there's a sexual education episode.
Was that the one that came out and basically said, sorry, you got HIV? Hey kids, this is what HIV looks like, and you don't, just whatever you do, don't drink from the same cup.
Oh well, it was the right period of time for it to be in the media and the minds of people. Oh,
apparently there was actually a rude. People actually thought that Pingu's dad did swear, to a point where the BBC actually cut it out of future episodes. They actually censored what Pingu's dad said because it turned out that it did sound very rude. So so Pingu actually eventually was, but it wasn't Pingu saying it was his dad. He gets angry and he swears.
Why was Pingu's dad always ironing and they never wore clothes? So whose ironing was he doing?
Yeah, maybe that's what his job was. Maybe he was just ironed for a living.
Researchers that live in the Antarctic.
Yeah. That way they give him some food. He gives them their ironing. Oh, I go. There's another one that was actually cut. This isn't Mandela Effect. This is in an episode of the Rugrats. There was an episode where Grandpa Pickles rents a videotape called "Lonely Space Vixens."
Yes.
Yeah, and later on Nickelodeon censored it. They cut it out eventually. Oh dear.
That concludes this week's episode of Boo Foons Off the Case. I've been Dan.
I've been Steve.
Do check out our website, boofoods.co.uk. Do go to social media. Oh, yes, social media. I said every so often I would shout people out who have said things. David McLean on YouTube saw one of our YouTube shorts that went out because they go out on social media. They go out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube are little short videos that go out every day. Saw the Roman ghost and the bit of the episode of the Roman ghost where we talk about the Roman ghost going through the basement.
Yeah.
He called it out as absolute BS that the Roman ghosts were underground.
That's my job.
And then I then said to him, I went, well, actually, we discussed that in the episode. So he actually went and listened to the episode and then left a new comment saying, I've just listened. So does this mean that the reason we haven't seen old ghosts and dinosaur ghosts is because they all live underground?
Underground, yeah. Oh, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
And John D. Anims on YouTube. There was an episode, not that I can't remember which episode he commented on now, but there was an episode where when we got to this point in the show, we casually said something like, say sausages if you've listened this far, because we thought that would be a funny thing to do. And John actually commented saying sausages.
God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love John. That's amazing. I honestly thought I was the only person who listened all the way through to our shows.
Yeah.
I just want to hear what I say next.
It was in the Off the Case episode, Boozy Banter and Bad Footwear. At the end, we said, say sausages, and he commented saying, sausages.
Hey. That's cool.
So I said I would remember to do that every now and again. So there we go. So there's your incentive to go to our social media pages, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We are also on Blue Sky and X. We don't have many people that follow us on Blue Sky and X. So if you have an account on X or Blue Sky, do give us a follow. And
give us a thumbs up on whatever podcast thing you listen to if you think we deserve a thumbs up. I heard somebody else say that the other day, and I thought, oh yeah, people can do a thumbs up on that if they like us. Yeah. If they don't like us, give us a middle finger up.
Yeah, because there are things like thumbs up, hearts. On Good Pods, I know there's the button that says recommend. Spotify,
as far
you
as
can
I know.
heart and favorite and things like that. I think Spotify, you can leave comments as well. But every time I look, nobody's left a comment.
No.
Um,
If you leave a comment, say sausages.
or do we need a new word for this one? Because John's already unlocked the code that it was sausages. So do we think of a new thing for people to say at this point?
Mandela's dead.
Free Nelson Mandela.
Free Nelson Mandela. That'd be good one.
Yeah, free him from. I don't know. Free him from his grave. I don't know.
Are we still recording this? Or are we finished now?
Yeah. So we said earlier, Discord. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Patreon to find out what Steve said in the episode that I was looking at the other day. Otherwise, yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Boo Foons, mystery investigators.
Off the case.